Good morning, everyone. My name is Govind. Today, I am delighted to kick off the discussion on a topic that impacts us all. Should companies be able to use our social media information to target us? This question has become increasingly relevant in our digital age. Before we dive deeper into this issue, let me introduce my fellow team members. We have Opeyemi, Jubin, Joel, and Jimith. Before we coming to the introduction session, the social media platform use our data such as browsing history and interaction to deliver targeted ads tailored to our interest and demographics. While this enhances market efficiency by improving marketing return on investment, it raises significant concern about consumer privacy and data collection practices. Compliance with data protection laws like the General Data Protection Regulation (GDPR) and California Consumer Privacy Act (CCPA) is essential to avoid penalties. Ethical consideration also come into play as this practice raises questions about individual privacy and potential data. Our objective today is to explore the impact of targeted advertising on privacy and ethics and to recommend ways to balance effective marketing with the user rights and regulatory compliance. We have two major company challenges Facebook and Cambridge Analytica and Microsoft data privacy approach. To give you an overview, social media platform utilize the data they collect from us to deliver targeted advertisements. This means that the businesses can tailor their ads to align with our interests and demographics, which might seem beneficial at first glance. The major company challenges like Facebook and Cambridge Analytica, where the Facebook faced severe backlash after user data was misused for political purposes, leading to widespread privacy scandals and prompting stricter regulatory changes. On the other hand, Microsoft has taken more proactive approach by enhancing its privacy practices through various tools and policies. These cases highlight the crucial need for the companies to balance data usage with privacy and ethical consideration. Today, our discussion will focus on how data is used for targeted advertising and its implications for various stakeholders, consumers, regulators, and business. For consumers, it is crucial to understand the privacy implication of the data collection. Regulators, on the other hand, to have the responsibility to enforce effective data protection measures. Finally, the businesses must strike a balance between achieving the marketing goals and adhering to ethical practices. For instances, the platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Amazon collect and analyze vast amount of user data from user profiles and post on Facebook's to tweets and likes on Twitter, and even your browsing and purchase history on Amazon. In this study, we have collected data from four different sources like academic studies, industry reports, legal documents, and consumer survey. The academic studies, we reference peer-reviewed journals that provide rigorous analysis of targeted advertising and the associated privacy issue. Industry reports, market research from firms like Gartner and Forrester give us the insight into how the businesses are navigating the complex landscape of data privacy. Legal document, there are two key legal frameworks we explored are the General Data Protection Regulation GDPR and the California Consumer Privacy Act CCPA. GDPR is a comprehensive data protection law enacted by the European Union in 2018. It mandates the companies must obtain explicit consent from users before collecting their data and give user the right to access, correct, and delete their data. And CCPA is a similar law in the United States, specifically in California, enacted in 2020. It provides California residents with the right to know what personal data is being collected about them, the right to delete this data, and the right to opt out of its sale. And the consumer survey. These surveys analysis existing data on consumer perceptions. This revisions reflects the idea that the survey are based on previously collected data rather than directly capturing new consumer perceptions. Now, I would like to invite Opeyemi to continue with an exploration of data collection methods. Over to you, Opeyemi.
Thank you, Govind. Hello, everyone. My name is Opeyemi, and I'll be covering the method of data collection used in our analysis. Firstly, literature review, which involved analyzing academic articles, industry reports, and legal documents to understand targeted advertising and data privacy comprehensively. Secondly, surveys, which provided quantitative data on users' attitude by analyzing previously conducted surveys, revealing public sentiments on data privacy. Thirdly, interviews, which offered qualitative insights by examining existing interviews on the legal and ethical dimension of data practices. In this slide, I will be discussing how our data is being analyzed. We make use of statistical analysis. Today, let's dive into Facebook users' engagement and advertising effectiveness. With over 2.8 billion monthly active users, Facebook offers a massive pool of engagement potential. Its average click-through rate for adverts stands at around 0.9 percentage, indicating a solid interaction with targeted content. When it comes to advertising effectiveness, the platform shines with some advertisers seeing up to $4 in returns for every $1 spent. This demonstrates Facebook's powerful advert targeting capability and its role as a robust tool for marketers. Moving to thematic analysis, Facebook use of personalized adverts enhances advert relevance, which increases users' engagement. However, this has also raised significant private concern as users are often unaware of how much of their data is being utilized. Transparency in consent is a major issue, leading to ongoing scrutiny by regulators. Let's explore key themes from Facebook data practices. First, personalization, in which Facebook leverages users' interactions, like and profile information to tailor adverts, boosting relevance and engagement. However, this raises privacy concern. Extensive data collection has led to questions about users' consent and data use transparency. Lastly, advert effectiveness. Data analysis shows that Facebook targeted advertising significantly enhances click-through rates and return of investment, underscoring the success of the personalized advert strategy. These themes highlight both the power and challenges of Facebook data-driven approach. Thirdly, comparative analysis, whereby comparing data practices between Facebook and Google. Both companies use extensive data for advert targeting, but they focus on different sources. Facebook utilizes social interactions and profile information, while Google rely on search and browsing history. Despite their differences, both methods raise similar concern about privacy and ethical use of data. Let's compare data practices across major tech companies, Facebook versus Google. Both use extensive user data for advert targeting. Facebook focuses on social interactions and profiles, while Google leverages search and browsing history. Despite different methods, both face significant privacy scrutiny. Facebook versus regulatory frameworks. Facebook practices are closely examined under stringent regulation like GDPR, which is General Data Protection Regulation, while regions with lighter regulation may see less compliance. Lastly, Microsoft versus Twitter. Microsoft is noted for its robust data protection policy and encryption technology, whereas Twitter has faced challenges with data security and privacy breaches. This comparison underscores varied approaches to users' data privacy and security among these tech giants. Thank you. I would like to invite my colleague Jewel to continue. Over to you, Jewel.
Thank you, Opeyemi. Hello, everyone. I'm Joel Biju, and I will be discussing the rationales for the methods we used and our data analysis process. Our approach combines statistical analysis, thematical analysis, and comparative analysis to gain comprehensive understanding of data usage and its implication. Statistical analysis helped measure user engagement and ad effectiveness through quantitative metrics, providing clear uh, insight into how art performs and the level of user interaction. Thematic analysis identifies key patterns and themes such as personalization and privacy concerns, helping us understanding broader implication. Comparative analysis allowed us to compare data practices across different companies and regulatory frameworks, highlighting differences in data collection and compliance level. We also employed data cleaning and data coding to ensure the reliability of our data, which was crucial for interpreting and understanding user behaviors and sentiment effectively. Moving on, the fishbone diagram is a powerful tool for identifying and organizing the possible causes of a problem. In our study, we used this diagram to explore the root cause of user dissatisfaction and privacy concern with Facebook's data practices. The diagram breaks down the possible causes into six main categories, which are people, process, technology, environment, material, and measurement. By using this fishbone diagram, we were able to systematically identify and break down these complex issues into manageable causes, helping us to better understanding where Facebook might improve its practices to enhance user satisfaction and trust. Now we examine contextual factors influencing Facebook's data practices. Several key factors impact how Facebook manages and uses user data. Legal frameworks. Stricter data protection rules like GDPR and CCPA require companies to ensure compliance and secure usage consent. Ethical consideration. This include data morality, informed consent, and addressing algorithm biases. Technological advances. The use of AI and blockchain for privacy and data security, as well as potential risks like quantum computing. Understanding these contextual factors is crucial because it helps us see why Facebook behaves the way it does concerning data practices and what external pressures might prompt changes. Finally, let's discuss the ethical and legal challenges associated with Facebook's data practice. Facebook faces several ethical challenges regarding user privacy and data manipulation. One of the core ethical issues is the balance between personalization and privacy invention. While users enjoy personalized content, they are often unaware of the extent of data collection required to achieve this. This lack of transparency and informed consent raise ethical concerns about user autonomy and rights. These ethical and legal challenges indicate that Facebook needs to adopt more robust privacy practice and ensure compliance with global data protection standards to avoid further legal issues and to maintain the user trust. In summary, while Facebook's data practice have enabled innovative user engagement strategies, they are also pose significant ethical and legal challenges that must be addressed to foster a more transparent and secure digital environment. That wraps my session. Thank you for listening. I would like to invite Jubin to take over and discuss the case study and further implication of these challenges. Over to you, Jubin. Thank you.
Thank you, Joel. Hi, I'm Jubin Mathew. Let's now look at the impact these data practices have on businesses. Our first case study is well-known example involving Facebook and Cambridge Analytica. This scandal broke in 2018 when it was revealed that Cambridge Analytica, a political consulting firm, had harvested data from millions of Facebook users without their consent. This data was used to influence voter behavior in political campaigns, including the 2016 US presidential election. The data was collected through a third party app which claimed to be academic research. However, the information was then sold and used for targeted political advertising. Outcome: the fallout was significant. There was widespread public outrage as users felt their privacy had violated. Facebook faced intense regulatory scrutiny, resulting in a $5 billion fine by Federal Trade Commission. This scandal also led to a major changes in Facebook's data policy, including restrictions on third-party data access and more transparency about how user data is used. Case study 2: Microsoft's data privacy approach. In contrast, let's look at Microsoft, which has taken a proactive approach to data privacy. Microsoft data strategy revolves around transparency and user control, focusing on building trust with its user by clearing about data usage. Scenario: Microsoft has implemented a feature like data control dashboards, which allow users to see what data is being used and collected and managed their privacy settings. They also stringent privacy policy to ensure compliances with global data protection regulations such as GDPR. Outcome: this approach has led to positive public perception. User feels more secure knowing that they have control over their data. Microsoft's commitment to privacy has also helped it avoid many of regulatory challenges faced by other tech companies, and it positions itself as a leader in data privacy. These case studies highlight the stark difference in outcomes between reactive and proactive approaches to data privacy. Next, we will delve deeper into the findings from these cases. Over to the next slide. Case study insights. The Facebook Cambridge Analytica scandal underscores the risk associated with inadequate data privacy practices. It shows a lack of proper safeguards can lead to misuse of data, which in turn severely damages public trust. This scandal was a wake-up call for the industry, demonstrating that failing to protect user data not only result in legal and financial penalty, but long-term damages to the brand reputation. On the other hand, Microsoft's approach illustrates the benefit of robust data privacy practices by investing in user control and transparency. Microsoft has been able to foster trust and improve compliance and differentiate itself in marketplace. This has proven to be only a good ethical stance but also a smart business strategy. Overall, these cases highlight that effective data privacy is vital for building user trust and avoiding legal issues. Companies that neglect privacy risk reputational and legal fallout, while those prioritizing it gain a competitive edge and stronger customer relationships. Now we will analyze the broader impact using the PESTER framework. Let's move to the next slide. Let's examine the factors affecting Facebook and Microsoft using PESTEL framework to see how company navigates their external environments. Politically, the Cambridge Analytica scandal brought Facebook intense scrutiny and demand for stricter data privacy laws. Microsoft, in contrast, collaborates with government to shape effective data privacy policies, maintaining positive relations with policymakers. Economically, Facebook data breach led to a loss of user trust and potential revenue loss as advertisers became hesitant. Meanwhile, Microsoft uses data privacy as a competitive edge, attracting security and conscious customers and boosting profitability. Socially, Facebook faced public outrage over data misuse, damaging its reputation. From a technological perspective, the scandal forced Facebook to invest heavily in stronger data security measures. Microsoft consistently invested in advanced security technologies and encryption, ensuring robust protection for user data and staying ahead of security threats. Regarding factors, while the Cambridge Analytica case focused on digital activities, it raised awareness about the environment cost of data storage. Microsoft committed to sustainability, actively reduce its carbon footprint, and enhance the energy efficiency of its data centers. Legally, Facebook faced severe consequences, including a $5 billion fine from FTC, highlighting the need for stricter compliance with data privacy and protection laws. Microsoft focuses on legal transparency and compliances with global regulations, reducing the risk of legal challenges. In summary, Facebook has faced significant challenges due to Cambridge Analytica scandal, particularly political, economic, and social aspects. Microsoft has positioned itself as a market leader in data privacy and sustainability. Understanding these pestle factors provides insight into how these companies navigate their external environment and shape their strategies. Thank you for your attention. Finally, Jimith will discuss the future outlook and conclude our presentation. Over to you, Jimith.
Thank you, Jubin. Hello everyone, I am Jimith. I will be discussing the future trends and concluding our presentation. The recommendation for the companies enhance data privacy measures. The company should be implement strong data privacy tools and policies to protect user information. And Microsoft approaches can serve as a model emphasizing proactive measures rather than reactive fixes. And the transparency and user control, improving the transparency about data collection and providing users with more control over their data can help rebuild trust. And regular audits and compliance, conducting the regular data privacy audits and ensuring compliance with global regulation is a crucial to avoid scandals similar to the one faced Facebook Brown 2020. And in conclusion, these insights demonstrate that companies can no longer afford to be complacent about the data privacy. As we move forward, compassing robust privacy practices will be essential not only for the legal compliance but also for maintaining trust and achieving the long-term success. Then moving to the next slide is the recommendation for the policymakers. By mandating the transparency requirements, we can empower individuals to make informed choices about their personal data. Additionally, we must support privacy innovation by providing incentives for companies to develop the cutting edge technologies is that safeguard of the data. Through these measures, we can create a digital landscape where individuals have greater control over their personal information and where companies are accountable for their data. Then moving to the consumers, the futures of data privacy is evolving with more stringent regulations likely to be introduced. As the data breaches become more common, the consumer awareness and demand for the privacy will continue to grow. So the consumer should be proactive and must be informed about the privacy settings. And there must be a demand for the better practice for their data handling by using the more privacy tools. In this slide, I will be discussing unresolved areas and future directions. The technological advances such as AI and machine learning will continue to drive targeted advertising. However, these technologies will also need to incorporate privacy and preserving features in order to ensure that user data is protected while still providing the value of business. Then, in conclusion, while targeted advertising can offer significant benefits to business, it raises important ethical and legal questions. It is essential for the companies to navigate these challenges with integrity and transparency, respecting users, privacy, and adhering to regulations. As a consumer, staying informed about our rights and the ways of our data is used is a crucial in this digital age. Then, in conclusion, while targeted advertising can offer significant benefits to business, it raises important ethical and legal questions. It is essential for the companies to navigate these challenges with integrity and transparency, respecting users, privacy, and adhering to regulations. As a consumer, staying informed about our rights and the ways of our data is used is a crucial in this digital age. And these were the reference helped us to got these informations. And thank you for your time and attention. We hope this presentation has provided valuable insight into the complexities of data usage and privacy in today's digital world.